Hello, here we are with part 2 of our 2018-2019 homeschool year. My video cut off right at my 6th graders independent schoolwork bin. So I'm going to show you that real quick. We keep his current read in there, his Bible. Here is his chart. This is his a guide for him to go by. He's always had one of these to kind of know what to do next. And so gym work, Monday through Thursday, we go to the gym and they work on schoolwork, the older ones do, while I work out. And so he'll do handwriting, and then on Thursday he'll do math work. We school year round, but we only do sit-down book work 4 days a week. And so in order for us to finish our textbooks, which I'm a geek and I like us to finish our textbooks or our workbooks, then we need to add in another lesson in there to some of our books. So on Thursday, this is where that extra math lesson comes in that morning while they're doing, instead of doing handwriting that morning, they're going to do an extra lesson in math. Then he's also going to have a math lesson. And then language arts, check off daily checklist. I'll show you what that means in just a minute. Reading, chosen chapter book, which was right here, Magician's Nephew. And then Bible notebook on Monday, history notebook, and science, nature, or nature notebook. And what that is with our family studies, usually there is a print-off PDF page that they need to work on, and so they will need to do that. If the day is getting long and our school day is finished but they still have that left, this will be moved over and they can work on it during this time because it usually takes me about an hour and a half at the gym, and so they'll have plenty of time to work on that sheet right there. Then he will need to finish filling in his student planner. I'll show you that in a minute. Here is that checklist, that I was telling you about that comes with the good and the beautiful right there. Language arts, and I'll refer to this in just a second when I get to that book. But in here, he'll keep any sheets that he needs to work on during his gym time, or any completed pages that need to be filed will go in this folder. And like I said, here was his chapter book he reads every day. He has to do that every day. Here is language arts and literature course book. And in here, parents reference right there. And then here's his lesson. I'll show you what one lesson looks like real quick. He'll read lesson 2 in the shared reader. Here's what this is. He reads this along with me, and I love that they still do this at this level because there are still many words that he needs help with, and I want him to be a good communicator, so I'm glad that they still have him read with me. Okay, and then read, he'll read this right here, and then he'll read and complete, fill in the blanks. Seen and seen, he'll differentiate between those two, sorry. And I think that's all of lesson 2. Now, once they get to, once they pass lesson 63, or once they get there, he'll start this personal reader. So he'll have the shared reader and the personal reader, and he'll have this chapter book to do every day, or whatever chapter book we're on, or he's on that week. And so he'll do this, and this is personal reader, and there's not many pictures as they get older, but some of these stories are kind of short, and so that's good. I like that they do that. That's a lot of reading, and that's exactly what I love them to do. All right, and with this course book comes the course companion, and this language arts set, the reason I chose the good and the beautiful is because it has everything. Excuse me. I'm sorry, excuse me. It has everything. It has writing, grammar, spelling, poetry, everything you need. It has it in here, and I love that. The reason we went with level 5 instead of level 6, which is what his grade is at, is he has not done any grammar prior. We tiptoed in it a little last year, but because we have followed the Charlotte Mason method, we have not really done any grammar, and so when he tested, this is where he was at, and that's okay with me. I want him to be where he is at. All right, so on this daily checklist that he looks at, when he gets to this part of his school day, it says language arts, check off daily checklist. He's going to come over here, and I've already kind of filled these in to know how this is going to work, but he does every day sentence dictation, and I do that with him. This companion is more for the parent, and so sentence dictation, he has, let me find it, oh, here we go, exercises, and I give him a few to dictate every day. And so we'll go over that. All right. And then let me flip back here. And then ladders or poetry memorization. This rotates. So on Monday, we're going to be doing this. And on Tuesday, we're going to be doing the geography and grammar cards. We're going to rotate. And then, so what these are, this is the ladders. This is memorizing states and their capitals, if I can say it right, and poetry. They have poems to memorize, and then they fill in these when they have mastered them, and I will have him do those. And then every day they do the course book lesson, which is not that long in my opinion, and then reading, which is out of that personal reader. And so that's what the daily checklist looks like for him. All right, and then we have his handwriting that he will work on during gym time. And I went with level 5 because that's the course book we chose. So we just chose level 5 as well. It looks like it'll be fine for him. Once again, nice and durable pages. You can print out these course books and stuff for free on their website, but I highly recommend going ahead and ordering. They're not that expensive curriculum cost-wise, and they're very durable and just very well put together in my opinion. Student planner, I got this from Christian Light Education. You can put your appointments down, responsibilities. I'm not sure if he's going to do that, but if he wants to, that's fine. I did this in here so I would kind of know what is going on and what he's doing what day, but it's got all your things in there, and so he can fill that out, and that is just going to be part of his schoolwork that he's going to fill this in. And then every day or on Thursday at the end of the day, I will check his work for the more independent things that he's done without me. I've already showed you this notebook. And math, he wanted to go with Christian Light. I wanted him to go with Rod and Staff because Christian Light is great. It's really a great program, but they introduce pre-algebra in the lower grades, and therefore it's a harder math in my opinion. It produces smart children, yes, but so does Rod and Staff. This just introduces very hard math at early grades, but that's what he wanted to do, so we're doing it. Here's the little math reference charts that he's had before with them. And here's his lessons. And I guess if you want to see more in depth of any of these workbooks or anything, you can just send me a message on here and I will do that. But today I'm not going to go in every single book. But I can do that if you need me to. Here's a little notebook he needs for the good and the beautiful writing. So that's in there as well. Okay, and really quick, here is the math teacher's manual that goes with that math, and it's got your same workbook pages in here, but it's got lots of explanation. We did a different math last year because I wanted it to be a more fun year and shorter lessons, and we did math lessons for living education, and it hit me in the butt, and none of us liked it. I'm not good at math, so I need lots of explanation, and I felt like it didn't give us hardly any. And my son, who's very math inclined, usually can get by without much explanation, and he hated it too. So we needed something more traditional this year, and so we went with that. So here's the teacher's manual. Okay, my third grader, here's her bin, and her twin sister are both in third grade. They have the exact same stuff, so I'm only going to show you one of their bins. They each have a Bible in there, and here is her folder. And on here, she's going to keep the same thing. She's going to keep her gym work or any completed work in here. And so this is just her guide. Every day, gym work, the same, handwriting. And on that fourth day, she's going to have her math lesson. And then on Fridays, we will, sometimes we'll do presentations of our work. It also is a field trip day sometimes. Mainly, it's a grocery and errand day. And that's part of school too, because think about it, when your children grow up, they're not just going to be doing math and language arts. It is going to be part of their day, but they're also going to be going grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning. They're going to need to know how to weed the yard. They're going to need to know lots of different things. So Friday is our life school day. So we do only do book work 4 days a week, but that 5th day we count it as school too, because we do school. Just it's called life school. All right, so rant over. Then we're going to do math with mom. This will be part of the math mom rotation with me. And then language arts. This is number 1. She'll do her reader, and this doesn't start till lesson 24. Sorry, I put these over here. Here's the reader. These are very nice, very good quality, very pretty. And they are doing level 1 as opposed to level 3 because, once again, they have not done any grammar. I'm not sure if it enters grammar yet until 3rd grade, but they needed more phonics instruction, and so we're doing this. And that's where they were, and that's okay with me. So reader, number 2, spelling and sight words. Let me get out. Here it is. So here is the course book. Isn't it beautiful? Very good quality. So here's phonics cards. So hold on, sorry. Number 2, they're going to do spelling and sight words. These are right here. Here are, if I can, oh, sorry, I can't get my fingers on it. Here are the sight words. They go over these, and then they color in an animal when they master a column. And then spelling words are right here. Same concept. Do that, color it in when you master. And here is their phonics cards right here. I keep them in here, and we'll go over those phonics cards. And I can't get it. And number 3, well, phonics cards. Number 4, course book. That's this book right here. They do also do poetry on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So poetry right here. And then here's the lesson. And they're going to fly pretty quickly through the first half of this book, I believe, because they knew quite a bit of this on the assessment. It's when we got to the middle to the end that they needed help with. And so I think we're going to fly on the first half and then slow way down. So that's all right. And I'm going to show you the mini books. These are really good quality, actually, for them just being, not being, you know how Bob books are more like actual little books. These are just like little paper, but it's that glossy textbook feel paper. So they're actually, or like magazine, like a durable magazine paper. And so it actually is pretty neat, and they're pretty durable if you just keep them somewhere safe. I think they'll last pretty well all year. So that's what they kind of feel like. And this is I've said this before, a photo keeper, and I'm so glad I saw this in someone else's YouTube video. It looks like it's going to work well for us. And so okay, so that's that. And then here's the binder that you've seen all my kids have. Here's the Rod and Staff Math. Once again, it goes gentle in the early years, which is exactly what I wanted. And I'll give you an idea of this. If I can get my paper turned to it. There we go. See, pretty gentle, pretty easy for 3rd grade. That's exactly what I want for my little kids, though. I want them to go gentle and easy. There's no need to stress. This is the teacher's manual, actually. I'm sorry. I put the teacher's manual in there. Where is her book at? I put her book in my teacher bag. No wonder it looked different. So, if you'll excuse my brain for a second. Here is theirs, and I'm going to have them write in this book. A lot of the other Rod and Staff moms do that, and that's exactly what I'm going to do too. They're just going to write in there. It's cheap enough that they can do that, and the paper is very pencil friendly, if you're wondering. And once again, if you want to see more detailed about this, just let me know in a message. Teacher book looks exactly the same, but it does have amazing class time. Things you say out loud. I cannot think of what to say, but you has a lot of good things in there. Everybody says you do not want to skip the class time with your children, even if it's not to a class, if it's to your child, because it is invaluable. Great story problems and stuff in there. Great drill. All right, we'll put that to the side. Handwriting, level 3. Wasn't sure which one to go with, but I think this one looks like a good, good handwriting tablet, good stage for her and her sister for grade 3. So there we go. That's for that. Okay, and excuse my brain. This does come with, I forgot, worksheets to help reinforce. These are written in some of the textbook. Usually I'm not for extra busy work, but they are great in instances where they need help with something. And they do speed drill at this grade. And so here are their tablets. And I'm keeping them because I am supposed to rip them out and hand them to them. They're not supposed to hold on to the tablets. And so there's that. Okay, and lastly, here is my first grader, Judas. Here's his little tablet for his little math as well. He's got little speed drills too. Isn't that cute? And I'll hold on to those. All right, first grade. If you watch any of my other videos, you know that I'm a big proponent of kindergarten being more like pre-K. I believe first grade is, it's better to wait to start school more formally for children, especially boys, I think. And so I have not taught him to read or anything like that until this year. He has gone over his letters and sounds and coloring and all that. He can say some CVC words. He can sound them out. He can even spell some CVC words, but we haven't done an in-depth study. And so here's his folder. He'll do gym work. Well, actually, he will not do gym work. He will go into a play area. He's still young enough and he still enjoys that. So he'll go to the play area when we go to the gym, math with mom, language arts, and then he'll do the little coloring sheet or whatever comes with our history, science, or Bible. Okay, and in here I do have a calendar for him, his little Bible. They have workbooks for Rod and Staff grade 1. And so it has another workbook as well for part 2, but I have that put up already. And I love how simple and gentle this is. And this is exactly what I want for my first graders math. That is exactly what I want. And here is the teacher's manual. Just going to do a quick flip through. As you see, it's the same. They just have the answers and the class time things. And once again, you don't want to skip those. They're very important. His notebook that he keeps his sheets and stuff in. Level K, because he hasn't done any stuff yet, any reading or anything. Phonics, same concept as the girls. He'll color in, as my third graders, he'll color in, sight words, color it in. I am not having him do poetry. I'm skipping that portion. Spelling, we'll start that off gently. Here is the lessons. Okay, and you can look on YouTube if you want a more in-depth. They have these all over YouTube. People are videoing them like crazy, and for good reason. They're awesome. Handwriting level 2. I wasn't sure which one to go with, but this looks like a good level for him. Looks like it's going to be just right. And that is it. Oh, and here is his reader. It does not start till after lesson 12. Very gentle. And his phonics cards. And his mini books. Oh, and I forgot to show you with my level 5. They do geography and grammar cards starting at grade 4, I believe. And so I keep those in there too. I'm sorry. Where is my head? Okay, I think that's it. I'm trying to look in my teacher bag to see if that's it. I keep puzzles and stuff and coloring books in here for quiet time, especially since we're traveling. I need more of that stuff in here for quiet time because they get kind of bored sometimes and they can't always read, or they don't want to read, or they've finished their books. So I believe that's it with our independent work. And if I have forgot something, I apologize. If there's something you want to know more about, even if it's not homeschooling, just leave me a message and I try to video. Sometimes it's hard, but it's easier than blogging these days. So thank you for watching my very long video. Peace out.